When people ask if the lyrics or the music comes first when writing a song, I say yes. It's both. It's very seldom that I'll have the concept of the song and the lyrics written before I start writing the music. Songwriting is a messy business. You bring together a bunch of disparate things into a cohesive whole, and the process can be a little convoluted. It becomes more complicated as you add others to the process. Also, you can't be critical of what you're doing at this point. As Paul McCartney famously sang in outtakes of the song Yesterday, scrambled eggs. Paul used scrambled eggs as a placeholder until he had a better word. Had Paul been very critical of what he was writing, he may have abandoned the song altogether, and we wouldn't have the song Yesterday. Welcome. I'm Tim Rose, and this is the Tim Tunes Podcast. This is part 2 of our songwriting sessions with Greg Chastain, founder and president of Voices of Hope. Listen in now as he and I continue to write a song together about Greg and his mom. In our previous episode, we began to put together the idea of the song. I had a prejudice that we should write a song about Greg's mom since she's such a profound influence on him. We didn't want to hide that he was adopted. Au contraire, we wanted to celebrate it. We decided to focus on the fact that she chose him, as opposed to just getting what you get naturally. Also, we wanted the song to have a country/rock/choral/musical theater vibe to reflect Greg's love and skill in these genres. When we last left our itinerant tunesmiths, they had just finished the preliminary interview with Greg. We took a break to clear our heads, and when we came back, Greg and I jumped the gun. We started writing the song while Dan Tang, who was engineering the session, was out of the room. We started the process before we started recording. We were ready to go and inadvertently started without him. Oops, my bad. I've edited out the long pauses where we were trying to think, but nothing was happening. By the way, the voice off mic with the occasional wry comments is Dan Tang. Yeah, go ahead and let it go. Okay, so when Dan left the room and we were getting ready, Greg and I just started writing the song. We already ripped like the first verse and a half, so we're just going to kind of...
We're spitballing, as they say in the biz, right?
We're spitballing. This sounds like it might be a song about Greg's mom, maybe, huh?
There's a lady who knows all that glitter. Oh, that's wrong. Somebody wrote that one already.
Pretty straightforward. Okay, we'll start off something simple and maybe make it more complicated later. I don't know. So let's. Do you want to try to sing it?
Is there a tune yet?
Well, there is if you make one.
Yeah.
Barbara Sue from Mitchell was always working hard. Moved up north to Remington, secretary to the stars. Always wanted a family that she could call her own. She was looking for a child to help her make her home. She chose me over all of the rest. She chose me and what's that?
My terrible handwriting. And
That's
gave me hope.
Gave me hope. I didn't realize how lucky I was. Look back in my life. You can't be real critical about it. I mean, we were saying some stuff that I thought was stupid, and then when we wrote it down and we put it in the song, it was like, that's pretty cool. So Greg remembered a detail. Did you hear the detail that he remembered about his mom found a receipt? Or he found a receipt that it was for his mom and he paid $3 for him?
Yeah.
We put that in the song.
Nice. Did you ever pay her back?
Oh, yeah. I had to buy her cigarettes.
With interest? Yeah. She chose me over all the rest. She chose me.
Life.
She chose.
Or gave me a home. I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah,
Instead of she chose me, she gave me a house and a home. I mean, that's pedestrian, but, you know, we are pedestrians.
We are pedestrian.
Yeah. Gave me a house and a home. You know, Dan, if you want to, like, you know, you're here, man. You're part of the process.
I'm not your guy for lyrics.
Oh, you're not? This is kind of high for me to sing. You're going to have to, you know, I'm intentionally making this high because you're going to be able to sing it better than I am.
Capo it down.
It's capo it down, yeah.
I know that. See how much I know about music?
Yeah.
Well, it's a great idea.
What if I capo it up a fifth and then I can sing it down? A fourth, I can sing it down. You know, long as I remember, rain been coming down. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
We got a long way to go. We continued like this for a while, going back and forth, reworking the lyrics and melody. We kept trying out new things until we finally had sort of fleshed out the first two verses and the chorus. And here is the first version of the verse and chorus. Barbara Sue from Indy is always
working hard. Moved up north to Remington, secretary to the stars. Always wanted a family she could call her own. She was looking for a child to help her make her home.
Oh, I like the way you do it.
She chose me over all the rest. She gave me a life and a home. I didn't realize how lucky I was until I started to roam.
It's okay.
Born on a bright October day to a woman I never knew. She left me alone without a home, fate unknown, swaddled in blue. Then 7 days and $3 later, she brought home a son named Greg and said to Peg, he's my chosen one.
And then you got to go right into it. He's my chosen one.
She chose me over all the rest. She gave me a life and a home. I didn't realize how lucky I was until I started to roam.
Okay. Yeah.
The end. No.
No, we're good. It's good. It's good. Okay, let's. Okay, so we need a bridge. Okay, so I guess you know what? Let's talk about. Let's use all that stuff about like.
So when you say a bridge, what is the bridge?
Well, usually you have a verse and a chorus and a verse and a chorus, and then you have the bridge. And the bridge is where, let's see, what's a good example of a bridge? Let me think of a good bridge for.
It's like a key change, and then.
Well, it can be a key change. It's something that's different. It's that you. So we've been doing this,
Yep.
So now we want to, and maybe it could be something like. Okay, so it's just something. It's something that changes, and it's done. It's different melody. So, so I think like the bridge is like you growing up, right? So now you're there, and you're like, and so in the bridge we want to have 4 lines that said you grew up and had a great life, and then you left. So that's
Yep.
So that's kind of like where we want to go. And then, you say you chose me. And then when we come back, you're just going to have like a little reprise kind of a thing that says like, that you just are so grateful or whatever, something like that. We'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there.
Greg and I continued to work on the bridge before calling it a night. In the following weeks, I got to work formalizing what we had done. I wrote out the song in my computer using my finale composition tool. I decided to add a key change up one whole step after the bridge. This meant that the ending would be very high. Not necessarily difficult for Greg to sing, but it would not be in the optimal register for his voice. So, I decided to lower the song by a whole step, so that the end would be in Greg's sweet spot voice-wise. A few months later, we got together again and made Greg's final voice recordings. But first, I reviewed the lower version of the song with him. Here's a recording of Greg and I reviewing the scratch version of the song. Well, Greg, welcome back. It's been at least 2 Powerball jackpots since we had our last session.
And I didn't win either of them.
I didn't either. I didn't really play very much, but my brother didn't. He promised to give me money if he won, and he didn't win. So, that's...
When's the last time you saw your brother?
Yesterday.
Oh, okay. So he didn't run away. Okay.
No. He can't. So in the interim, I took the lyrics that we had and kind of cobbled together a melody and stuff, and I put together like a song, and I'd like for you to listen to it with me now, and then please feel free to make comments as we're going through, and we can just I just like to get your reactions to it.
Sure.
And then, if there's stuff you don't like, if you want to take something out, put something in, or whatever, we'll just go ahead and do that. So here we go. This is She Chose Me. Barbara Sue from Indy was always working hard. Moved up north to the farmland, secretary to the stars. Always wished for a child of her own to build her family. Looked far and wide, searching for a child to fill her fantasy. She chose me from all of the rest. She gave me a life and a home. She chose me. Didn't know how lucky I was till I was on my own. Thank God she chose me. Born on a dark October night to a woman I've never met. Left me alone, swaddled in blue, to a random fate. But 7 days and $3 later, Barbara Sue brought home her son. Named him Greg and said to Peg, he's my chosen one. She chose me from all of the rest. She gave me a life and a home. She chose me, didn't know how lucky I was till I was on my own. Thank God she chose me.
Kind of like comes the Doobie Brothers vibe here a little bit with the tune.
18 years in the heartland, laying down my foundations. I used the strength she gave me through my trials and tribulations. At times I wonder where I'd be if she had never chosen me. Would I be the man that I am? Would I still do the best that I can? Would I even be here without her? Key change! Without her.
There you go. Get that man a
She
little
chose
change.
me from all of the rest. She gave me a life and a home. She chose me, didn't know how lucky I was till I was on my own. Thank God she chose me. Thank my lucky stars.
That's beautiful. Wow. All that from our little conversation we had.
I know, isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. That's beautiful. It gives the tune gives me, I don't know why, it gives me a little Doobie Brothers vibe.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's
Like,
cool.
South
What-
City Midnight Lady.
When
That
you
sorta-
sing
yeah.
it, man, you can put whatever vibe you want on it.
I'll sing like Michael McDonald. So
Yeah.
you won't understand anything I say.
Thank God she chose me. I thank my lucky star. She chose me. You know. Yeah, you could do the Michael McDonald thing if you
Wow,
want.
that's beautiful, Tim.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, got my aunt's name in there, Peg.
Yeah.
Who she actually between sessions she passed.
Really?
Yeah, so she's now up there with Mom playing euchre.
Wow, euchre. That's like bridge or poker.
It's I don't know bridge, but it's
Is there bidding
it's
involved?
suits. Yeah, there is bidding. You have to
Yeah,
bid how many
yeah.
suits you think you can get.
Yeah.
Oh my! It was a
That's like
it was a
bridge.
bloodbath at Christmas time in our family. Euchre. Oh yeah.
Every card game has its, has its proponent.
I tried to teach Jean when she came to the first time she came to one of those, and she was like, it's cutthroat. I can't.
That's great. Okay, so you like it? That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's nice, and I do love the fact, and I thank you that there's only one really high note in it.
Yeah. Well, E keeps getting sung over and over again. Maybe there was
No, there's I'm
an
not
F or something.
There's an E, and then it goes up 2 little black dots. I don't.
Let's see what there.
I don't read music that
would.
well.
Oh, it has to be in the bridge, right?
Yeah, I think it's in the Brit. There it is, right there, where I'd be if she. Right there in the second.
Oh yeah.
What note is that?
That's an F.
F. Okay. Thank you.
I mean, that's not hard for you. I mean,
No.
I, I wrote this in your range specifically for the sweet spot of your voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as we've talked about in private, as older we get, the more baritone we become.
Well, I'm older than you, so I'm more baritone. So yeah. So I guess what we're going to try to do now is record you singing it. I mean, maybe not. We'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to copy this over to the recording tool here, so that we can actually have the music playing while you're doing it, and then I'll go and I'll add stuff and change stuff and do all kinds of
Auto
crazy-
tune me.
No, I just do that for me, and I don't do it so it's like, I just do it. It sounds normal when I do it.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah. That's what it was intended for, as opposed to what people have.
You're not going to Justin Bieber it.
No. So okay, great. So let's we're going to pause for a second, and then we'll see what Greg's recording sounds like.
Awesome.
Before we get into the final recording, I just wanted to take a minute to highlight some of Greg's vocal work. We entered our session without any vocal harmonies being written out. What you are hearing is entirely created on the spot. I gave Greg minimal direction on what to sing for harmony. He just naturally seemed to know what to sing. Listen to this.
She chose me from all of the rest. She gave me a life and a home. She chose me, didn't know how lucky I was till I was on my own. Thank God.
And then there's this.
But 7 days and $3 later, Barbara Sue brought home her son. Named him Greg and said to Peg, well, he's my chosen one. She chose me from all of the rest.
And finally, there's this.
At times I wonder where I'd be if she had never chosen me.
There's plenty more great harmonies, but I didn't want to give away the whole song. As it happens, I forgot to have Greg sing the harmonies right after the key change, so I did them. I added some guitar and asked Dan Tang, an incredible drummer in his own right, to add a drum track. And here at last is the final mix.
Barbara Sue from Indy was always working hard. Moved up north to the farmland, secretary to the stars. Always wished for a child of her own to build a family. Look far and wide, searching for a child to fill her fantasy. She chose me from all of the rest. She gave me a life and a home. She chose me, didn't know how lucky I was till I was on my own. Thank God she chose me. Born on a dark October night, a woman I've never met, left me alone, swaddled in blue, to a random fate. But 7 days and $3 later, Barbara Sue brought home her son. Named him Greg and said to Peg, well, he's my chosen one. She chose me from all of the rest. She gave me a life and a home. She chose me, didn't know how lucky I was till I was on my own. Thank God she chose me. 18 years in the heartland, laying down my foundation. I use the strength that she gave me through my trials and tribulations. At times I wonder where I'd be if she had never chosen me. Would I be the man that I am? Would I still do the best that I can? Would I even be here without her? Without her, she chose me from all of the rest. She gave me a life and a hope. She chose me, didn't know how lucky I was till I was on my own. Thank God she chose me. Oh, I thank my lucky stars she chose me.
So we come to the end of our songwriting journey with Greg Chastain. Special thanks to Greg for participating in my obsession, and to Dan Tang for the use of his studio and for the stellar drum parts. Also, if you feel so inclined, please make a donation to vohboston.org to support cancer research. And finally, if you'd like to support me, you can stream my songs online at whatever music streaming service you use. If you'd offer a comment or review, that goes a long way towards increasing my reach. If you'd like an ad-free version of the podcast, you can find one on patreon.com by becoming a subscriber. If you'd like to make a one-time contribution, you can do so at Rimtoes on Venmo or PayPal. That's Rimtoes, Rimtoes. It's an anagram of Tim Rose. Thanks for listening. I'll be back in about a month with a completely new podcast. Until then, toodaloo. You forgot to say the name of the song.